Next up at UFC 284, we have Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins looks like he talks like how you just talked. Jack Jenkins.
Yes, you think Jack talks like that? Actually, yeah. If you look at him right now, it's like, oh goodness, I just hope we both just have fun in here. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who wins or who loses. I just hope at the end of the day we can go back to our families healthy and happy.
That's literally, he looks exactly like that's how he talks. He's taking on Don Shainis. Jack Jenkins is 10-2 overall, 5-0 in his last 5. He is making his official UFC debut, and he's taking on Don Shainis, who is 12-4 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that loss, that short notice loss in his UFC debut. And what's interesting about Jack Jenkins is when I broke down his tape, I watched his fights first. Then I watched there was a clickbait video about why Dana White didn't want to sign Jack Jenkins but did anyway. And when I watched his fight video, I was like, his striking's a little stiff. It's like one shot at a time. He just kind of comes forward. He's not, not really wild combinations. And then I watched the Dana thing, and it was like, he's just all striking, no grappling. And then in this fight, all grappling, no striking. And then I watched 3 or more of his fights. I'm like, okay, yeah, I see it. He's a very good striker. Very dangerous leg kicks. He's got power. He is fast, and he hits hard. But I actually don't think he mixes in combinations that well. You're not going to see him throw 4 or 5 punches. Show me a fight where he's throwing 4 or 5 punches at a time regularly. You're not going to see that because he doesn't have it. We know that he can grapple really well. We know he can strike really well, but we haven't seen him do both in a fight either. We've seen him grapple or strike. We haven't seen both. He's fighting Don Shainis. Don Shainis is one of these gritty, tough, not amazing everywhere, but good enough in most places kind of guy. He's Massachusetts or something. Why?
Well, there's going to be some, sounds like some Northeast bias coming in here. Here we go.
Okay.
He's tough and gritty, you know what I mean? You come there, you see him in New York City, he's got a...
That's how I talk?
Yeah, that is how you talk.
Okay. Anyway.
Do your impression of me.
No. I'll get canceled. I'll get canceled immediately. Anyway, Don Shainis, tough, gritty Northeast guy. He's going to nut up and come out there and fist fight. But he's not great anywhere, but he's decent everywhere. He'll bomb on the feet. He'll grapple on the ground. He is coming off that loss to Sadiq Youssef, which is interesting because he doesn't typically initiate takedowns. That's not really his style. And then he did, and then he got sucked up into a guillotine. Listen, I think Jack Jenkins wins this fight. I think his leg kicks, he's going to chop the legs. He should be able to defend any takedowns if they do come his way. And we know he can grapple because we saw that in his Contender Series fight. But if Don just comes forward nonstop wrestling, he could definitely make something happen. So I like Jack Jenkins. I'm not necessarily 100% all in on the hype as a lot of people are. I haven't seen, honestly, in 100% sincerity, when did you see a fight where that dude was fluid as hell, stringing together 4 or 5, strike combinations in a row? Because I can't find it. Which fight was that? Tell me.
I will say right now that when I watched the tape and when I watched the film, what I compared Jack Jenkins to and the way that he strikes, and I'm glad you mentioned the leg kicks as well, the way he just is able to throw everything together. He's nice, tight in the pocket. He's in and out. He doesn't really get hit too often. When he does, he rolls with it pretty well. He's constant pressure. Doesn't throw 100%. I mean, you'll never see him overswing, right? You never see him cock back a big right hand. Everything is boom, 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 body, boom, boom, head, boom, leg kick, boom. Everything is so technical and tight, and the pressure, it reminds me exactly like Alexander Volkanovski. Obviously not at that level, but they fight they're the exact same way, just nice and tight and pressure, and they're working everything. You don't know what they're doing. And the accuracy is what stood out to me. It felt like every single strike that he threw, whether a leg kick or a body shot or at the head, every single strike was landing. He's just so accurate. And that's how Volkanovski wins all these fights too. It's like he throws everything at 75%, right? He doesn't put everything on everything, but just boom, everything is just landing, snapping heads back. And against a guy like Don, he is who he is. He's just in there to brawl. He wants to be a wild dude, tuck his head. Dive down with big overhand rights. Jack Jenkins is going to be way too technical. He's going to see that stuff coming, and he's going to have those counters ready. And I think he can break down Don because Don is going to be looking, especially the hometown kid, this and that. He is looking for a big knockout early. He's going to get tired. I don't see this leaving the second round. Honestly, Jack is able to weather whatever nonsense Don does. If he wants to try and shoot takedown, I think Jack can defend those. He lost a fight and avenged that fight to a grappler, and he had some pretty good takedown defense in there. Anyway, I think it's on the feet. Jack is able to counter off, lay on some volume, and put Don away. I absolutely love Jack in this matchup, 100%.
Listen, I think Jack wins as well. I don't know. I know he's a technical striker. His striking is not sloppy at all. I just didn't see, I don't know. I expected, like the way you described it, boom, 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 boom. I didn't see that. I saw boom, reset. Boom, reset. I didn't see boom, 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 kick, punch, kick. I didn't see any of that.
Well, that was a 7-punch combo you just said, and those are very rare.
Okay. Well, Chris.
You said I didn't see boom, 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 boom. I didn't see that. I don't think I've seen that ever in the UFC.
I guess not. Except Chris Weidman had
He's
a
fighting
standard.
again, you know that? In a few months, I think.
I did not know that. But the first time he fought for the 185-pound belt against the GOAT, Anderson Silva, he threw, to knock him out, I forget the number. It was like instead of his traditional 4-strike combo, he threw an extra one, which was the 5th, and that was the one that caught him. And people praised him for years, being like, he added that one strike to the end of that combo, and that's what got that done. So
like Leon.
Anyway,
Alex.
you spending the $9,300 on Jackie Jenks?
Yeah, I don't think that Don is that good. He's going to be in there. He's going to brawl. As you mentioned, he's a tough dude. I just don't think he's that good.
I think skill for skill, technique for technique, Jack Jenkins is probably better, but Don's super tough, and he is dangerous, and he will come forward. He's not a coward.
Yeah, he's going to come forward. And just...
we tweet these videos to the fighters, and then you always get all the heat.
I guarantee in the first 30 seconds, you're going to see Don in this position right here.
Like the Rocky freeze frame at the end of Actually, my favorite moment in any Rocky movie ever was in Rocky V when him.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize I asked.
When that's like your new favorite thing.
I know.
It's so annoying. When him and Tommy Gunn were fighting, and then they both threw rights, like a big looping one like that, and Rocky caught his in the air, like hooked it, and then started beating him in the back of the head with his left. It was awesome.
Well, those are illegal strikes.
It was in an alley.
Oh. All right.
It's the end of the movie.
All's fair in love and war.
Yeah. People hate Rocky V. I liked it. I thought that was great. Whole dynamic changed. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Back on track. Guys, I also think I will spend the $9,300 on Jack Jenkins.
Oh.
My criticism.
All that. The amount of shit that you always give me when I do stuff like that is unreal.
But I didn't say I don't think he's going to win. It was.
You literally said he's not even good.
Okay. I literally. Do you know what literally means? Yeah, because you're literally 5'6".
A stupid asshole.
Pretending to be. You're in rare form today, and this is a big card, and we're gonna have a lot of new viewers, and they're gonna think that they're gonna be like, nope,
this is not. I would say that this is not normal, right?
It's definitely not, and we have all these new people watching, and they're gonna be like, nah, not for me. Those two. Now, when people say those two fruitcakes doing breakdowns, they're not gonna know who you're referring to. Before, everybody knew who that was. Now, could be us because of you.
Wait,
congratulations. I'm not going to say no. That's disrespectful.
People say that?
People say
I can't believe that people say anything mean about anyone on the internet.
Me too. Very surprising.